Brought to you by Penguin.
The Healing Hippo of Hinode Park by Michiko Aoyama. Read by Naruto Komatsu, Kenichiro Thomson, Susan Momoko Hingley, Yuriri Naka, and Amy Okumura Jones.
1. Kanato's head. I turned the 6 into an 8, and the 1 into a 9. In a matter of seconds, my world was transformed. I clicked the cap back on the red felted pen. The 61 I scored on my English test was now an 89. This rewritten reality seemed much more suited to who I really was. It was all good, I told myself. After all, there was no way I could be this stupid. Last year, during the summer of my 3rd year in junior high school, my father announced that he was buying a condominium. In a brand new building. Isn't that great, Kanato? His voice sounded higher than usual and filled with pride as he shared the news at dinner, beer foam glistening on his lip. It had always been a dream of my father's, who had lived for years in employee housing, to own a home of his own. He told us the name of the nearest train station, about an hour from our current home and closer to Tokyo. My mother added that an electronics manufacturing factory would be demolished for a new 5-story condominium building. My parents decided on a first-floor unit with a yard, a rarity for a condo, which was a plus. Having a garden where my father could get his hands dirty was essential, and they'd be looking at older houses for this reason when they first discovered this property. It was close to the train station and with the supermarket and plenty of restaurants nearby, checking off both my parents' budget and location requirements. They couldn't be happier. Advance Hill. Construction of this ostentatiously named condominium was scheduled for completion in March, so my parents set a date to move after my junior high school graduation. Until then, I attended a public school in a quiet suburb. Not to sound immodest, but I was a top student. Life in junior high was lax, tepid. If I'm being honest, I don't recall ever studying. If I paid attention in class, I could flip through the textbook before a test and guess what would be on it. All I had to do was submit my worksheets on time, and I had a row of A's on my report card. Watching students passing around notes or sleeping with their mouths open during class, I couldn't understand why they would be jealous that I was smart. It was no wonder their grades were horrible. With the move closer to Tokyo, I decided to apply to a preparatory high school in the city. Other than me, no one else at my junior high had applied to that school. Seeing my mother's satisfied smile when my homeroom teacher mentioned I should be able to qualify for recommendation-based admission made me happy too. I passed the entrance exam without much difficulty, freeing me from that particular worry before the year ended. I quit the cram school I'd been attending since grade school and spent the year-end holidays reading manga and playing video games. Busy shopping for curtains and furniture, my parents made no comment on how much I was playing. As graduation approached, the homeroom teacher said something about how I would miss my old friends, but I didn't particularly feel that way. I had classmates that I got on with, but I wouldn't say they were friends that I could open up to, and I never felt like I belonged. Since I didn't have anyone to miss, what I felt, if anything, was free. A new home, a new life. I entered high school with high hopes, fully expecting to find a friend who I could truly connect with. As soon as the term began, however, I realized I didn't fit into any cliques. The popular crowd was too intimidating. The guys who were always arguing a little too loudly were unapproachable. The nerds buried.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?